About the Chord Buddy, not only is it so easy to use, it's also an instant party. And let me prove that to you for a second. You like big and rich music? You want to come on the road with us? You want to be in a band? If you got a Chord Buddy and you can push the red button and the blue button, you can play Save a Horse Ride a Cowboy. Check this out. Well, I walk into the room, passing out $100 bills, and it kills and it thrills like the horns on my Silverado grill. Red button, I buy the bar a double round of Crown. Everybody's getting down in this town. Ain't never gonna be the same. Red button, and I saddle up my horse. Blue button, now I ride into the city. Red button, make a lot of noise. Blue button, cause the girls they are so pretty. Riding up and down Broadway on my old stud Leroy, and the girls say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Everybody say, save a horse, ride a cowboy. Woo! Party time with the Chord Buddy. Get yourself a Chord Buddy and have some fun, people. It's time.
All right. Well, there you go. We are live. We got a special treat today on this Thursday. Travis, it's not just you and I. We get to bring in Lillian Glanton today.
The amazing Lillian. The amazing Lillian. Uh-oh, you're muted or something.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, guys. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
And I'll just put this little picture up here for a moment. Let's take a look at that. Special guest, Lillian Glanton, American Idol.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
That was a wild ride.
So, we get to talk regularly every week. And because you're also helping Travis with Chord Buddy and getting people to play. But let's let people learn a little bit about who you are, what your journey has been like. And I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on. So tell everyone about Lillian.
Yeah, I try to keep busy as often as I can, as we all do, right? But so I was born and raised in Athens, Alabama, near the Shoals, Alabama, Muscle Shoals, Alabama, the hit recording capital of the world. And
that is the place.
Yes,
there's no sound that
the place to be
can be replicated. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And fell in love with music at a very young age, and eventually was on American Idol at 15 years old and did that whole thing. I had a band, I toured, traveled, played shows. Eventually I started college at the University of North Alabama, majoring in music business. And that's when I really started to fall in love with songwriters festivals, because I had stopped touring. I'd stopped really being an artist in the music industry and turned more towards songwriting more than ever, because that was really the reason why I got into the music business in the first place, was because of songwriting. I loved it so much and still do to this day. But I started playing songwriters festivals when I was in college, and I fell in love with them. And I would come back home to the Shoals and realize that we didn't have one. So I started the Muscle Shoals Songwriters Festival about 3 years ago, and it's grown exponentially. It's kind of a full-time gig and a passion project at the same time for myself. And I've built an amazing team, and our first year we had over 100 songwriters and 1,000 attendees, and it was exactly what the Shoals needed. And I also started the Shoals Songwriter Workshop. I mean, not the Shoals Songwriter Workshop. Yes, the Shoals Songwriter Workshop was part of the Muscle Shoals Songwriters Festival as well, which started last year. But I also started the Muscle Shoals Song Rooms, which was a live music venue and writing center for songwriters. And I also have a digital media company called LG Media Co. And I actually connected with Travis at the Muscle Shoals Songwriters Festival and the Shoals Songwriter Workshop, and fell in love with the Chord Buddy, obviously, as everyone does. And I will say that whether you're a songwriter or not, music is so powerful. And once you get a Chord Buddy and understand how to play guitar, it will literally change your life, because it's changed mine and it's changed the lives of so many others as well.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's a lot of people can sing or write their songs, but be able to accompany it is a challenge.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a challenge, and I think even songwriters, right? I've written with lyricists before. They're lyric writers, and they don't bring anything to the room but themselves. But I was like, imagine if you had a guitar with you
Hmm.
today. Um, what could you accomplish out of being able to play that guitar? And so even for lyric writers, Chord Buddy is amazing. For kids, for adults, Chord Buddy all the way around. I believe everybody needs a Chord Buddy.
Hmm. And Travis, Chord Buddy sponsored the festival, or was a
Well,
sponsor,
we were
one of the
we
sponsors.
were a
Yeah.
very small sponsor, but it allowed me to go up and hang out with them and enjoy it and see it, and got to meet Lillian and some other nice people, and so it was. Hopefully, we can do it again.
Yeah, it's so this. You said, Lillian, you started off had 100 songwriters.
Did, yes.
That's pretty amazing.
Yes.
It's and all kinds of styles,
Yeah,
country, or what's the music like?
absolutely. A little bit of everything. Of course, Muscle Shoals is 2 hours from Nashville, and I'm a country music lover, diehard country music fan. So of course there's country mixed in with that as well. But we have Americana, we have pop, we have jazz, we have rock, we have all different kinds of music that kind of encapsulates the Shoals area, because really the Shoals is a mixture and a melting pot of all different genres of music.
Hmm. Yeah, there's just some great stories, like
Oh yeah.
Aretha Franklin coming down, and her career, I'll say, her music had pretty much stalled,
Oh yeah. Yeah.
in New York, but she came down there, and all of a sudden, it clicked. There was something. They say there's something in the water. We don't know.
There really is something in the water. And, um, being born and raised here, it wasn't until I got a little bit older that I started to truly understand
Hmm.
that it really is a special, magical place. Um, and like you said, there is something in the water here. It's a small town vibe, but it's just filled with creativity, and everyone here is so nice and so kind with Southern hospitality, and they're all creative people, which is so
Hmm.
fun. So it's definitely a great place to be.
Yeah. So, this is a lot of fun because you were on American Idol. Travis was, of course, on Shark Tank, and so we've got all kinds of stuff in the carousel because we are here live on Amazon. We've got the Chord Buddy, we've got the Chord Buddy combination combo with the guitar, the Chord Buddy tuner picks everything right there. We've got all of the songbooks, and there's the Shark Tank episode. But I don't know that on Amazon we have access to the American Idol episode that you were on. But tell us about the journey on that. What was it like how did you decide to apply? What was it like? I know a little bit of Travis's story, but let's hear yours.
Yeah. So, like I said before, I kind of fell in love with music at an early age, and my mom really was an encouragement to me to sing and to write songs and play guitar as much as possible. And at that time when I was 10, 11, 12 years old, you had Taylor Swift and Faith Hill and Shania Twain, Miranda Lambert, all of those women. I would see them on TV every weekend while my mom was cleaning the house. She would turn on, the top 30 countdown, and I would see all of these
Hmm.
women, and I'm like, I want to be just like them. And um, I I think from an early age, I understood, as with you, Travis, with going on Shark Tank, it's like the platform that Shark Tank, American Idol, The Voice, the platform that it has, and the way that you can expand on that is super, super valuable for any business owner or any musician or artist. And so they were kind of talking about it being the last episode of American Idol. And I was 15. I was old enough to try out. And I was like, oh, it's the last season. And my parents really encouraged me to try out. And I did. And wound up getting the golden ticket to Hollywood, top 200. Unfortunately, I got let go early on from the show and came back home. But it definitely was an experience. And I met so many amazing people that I'm still friends with to this day.
Hmm. Yeah. And Travis, that's kind of been the way with with your experience on Shark Tank that you, although it was a few years back, you're still connected and friends and partners. A lot of folks.
I talked with Byron Young, who is the owner and inventor of corduroys, which is the beanbag that makes into a bed. We talk practically weekly, and then I'm going to a Shark Tank reunion in September in Las Vegas at the Cosmopolitan, and so we're going to have a bunch of breakout sessions and the marketing people coming in, and so I'm at. They've had one for the last 5 years, and I've just been busy and have we had COVID going on and all that. They didn't have it for 2 years because of that. But this is the first one back since everything sort of opened up. So we'll have over 200 Shark Tank alumni there.
That's amazing. Yeah, I think that'll be a lot of fun. Hey, I was just looking, and Tony has joined us again. She said, good morning, happy Thursday. I have a question. I'm having so much fun playing my guitar, as I was playing yesterday, to Have You Ever Seen the Rain? And I was strumming to the beat. She says, now, am I supposed to strum to the beat of the song? It sure sounded good.
Well, let me go over sort of that song. And I had forgot, I guess that if she's playing it, I guess it is in the songbook. So as I always do when I pick up my guitar.
Yeah, you got to tune right away. And good morning, Jeff. Thanks for joining.
Let's see. So the way, and there'd be several ways to play it, but the way if you played it more like the song would be, someone told me long ago, there's a dun-dun-dun, I don't know the words, I know. And I've done it for some time. Bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Dun-dun-dun. So that's the pop strum. On and on and on it goes. Through the river fast and slow. I know. I can't help but wonder. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? Falling down on a sunny day. So that was with the pop strum. But hey, if you're not advanced to play the pop drum, you can play it like this. I want to know. See, that's just the, well, I'm actually playing an eighth time there. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? So you just use the quarter strum if you want to. Or if you want it to sound a little more country, do. I want to know. I was putting the wrong chord. I'm sorry. I want to know, have you ever seen the rain? So any strum you want to use will work, but you do need to play on meter. Meaning, if the meter of the song is, I want to know, have you ever seen? So you want to play on meter with the beat. So if that answered your question, Tony, maybe it did.
That kind of brings up something interesting too, is playing with a metronome.
Yep.
And
yep.
And which
I have one right here that wasn't staged, but always play with a metronome. Well, not always, but in the beginning, if you're playing by yourself, you need to be playing with a metronome, and you can download apps that are metronomes, or you can buy, metronomes. We have them. But if you're playing by yourself, play with a metronome, because I can tell you it is easy to learn in your head to play off time, because you're playing just by yourself. And I've seen it so many times. People that play by themselves a lot, they'll speed up and slow down, and usually on the chorus, they'll speed the chorus up, well, if you're playing in a band, you don't do that. You're keeping pretty much the same meter all the time, unless it's a planned tempo change. And so you want to train just like training your ear for tuning, you want to train your ear to play in proper meter and timing.
Yeah, I found that when people start playing, they kind of get excited, right? And you speed up, and then you try to then maybe you change some dynamics. You get a little bit quieter, and then you slow down, and it's just
Yeah, yeah, and that's you're exactly right. Now, I saw it in church for years until we started playing with click tracks, they call it. But yeah, if you're slowing, if you're bringing it down for effect, that don't mean that you're just bringing the volume down. You're not bringing the tempo down, and it's hard not to do that. It's because you want to, as you bring the volume down, you want to start slowing it down, and I fight with that with my band to this day.
I think that's probably universal, Lillian. Now, do you, Lillian? Do you mainly do solo? Do you play with a group, a band? What? How do you perform?
I'm mainly solo. For the past, I would say, 4 or 5 years, maybe. It's just my guitar and I. Especially with songwriter rounds. The way a songwriter round works is you have 3 to 4 songwriters on stage at one time, and they just go in a round and play their original songs, which is my favorite show to perform. But yeah, I've got my guitar.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've got your guitar. Let's.
I've got my Chord buddy on my guitar.
There you go.
Good.
So this guitar, this is a Martin guitar, and
big money.
No, it's not big money because I didn't buy it. Let me tell you a story about this guitar that's pretty interesting. Is I was working when I was 16, I got a job at this clothing store, and in the back of the clothing store, the owner's husband was a huge musician, and he had a stroke and he couldn't play guitar anymore. And I had only been working there 5 or 6 days, and I would go in that little back room and look at all of his guitars. And one day he just sat me down and he pulled out this guitar in a case and said I could have it. Wow. And I've had it ever since.
What series is that? Is that the DM series? Or
I think it is a DM series. Yeah.
Yeah. The side looked like it was. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway. So
yeah, that's one of the. I'll just say that's one of the great things about playing an instrument like a guitar. Everyone's guitar has a story that goes with it.
It does, and it's so easy to just load a guitar up in your car and take it wherever you want to go. Piano's a little bit different, right? But with a guitar, you can strap it on your back. You can
piano's a little tough. Car.
Yeah, it's tough.
You can strap it to the top of the car, maybe.
Yeah, well, we had Jeff that he said that he played the trumpet, and trumpet isn't usually the instrument that you break out around the campfire and sing some songs. So
and it's tough to sing and play the trumpet at the same time.
It's pretty tough. That might be hard to pull off.
There you go. Well, what do you want to?
And I've also got my uke button here too.
All right. And what do you want to show? What do you want to play for us?
Let's look. I was looking at the psalm book, which you guys, when you get a Chord buddy, you'll get a psalm book, and the songs in here are just amazing. Let's see what I want to play.
I'm going to go refill my water while she's picking her repertoire.
And Jeff says, God did not bless me with a singing voice. Jeff, I am with you. I am not the singer, but I do love playing, and I love playing in church because there are some great singers, and so I can just strum along. But while you're looking in there, we do have in the carousel, there is all kinds of songbooks. So when you buy the Chord Buddy, not only do you get the Chord Buddy and the lesson plans, but you also get the songbook, which has over 100 songs in there. And then there's volume 2, volume 3, there's pop hits,
worship.
There's worship, there's Christmas. there's a lot of different songbooks that are available out there. And I'll just say thank you to Hal Leonard, the publishing company.
Yes, absolutely. And that Chord Buddy makes it so simple, right? You see the lyrics, you see when to press the button. And then eventually you'll be off the device within weeks, and you can play these songs without your Chord Buddy.
So, yeah, that's a nice thing, because this is and just remind people, this is a learning system. So you learn the strumming and the rhythm, keeping time, and get your fingers some a little bit of muscle memories, kind of figuring out matching up the strum with when you put your fingers down to make the chord, and then eventually pull those little tabs out. And so that's good. All right, and I like Jeff says Jeff says he bought it all the books, the Chord Buddy, so he is rocking and rolling, as we say.
All right, I think I found one. Of course, it's a country song.
Well, that's good.
We're gonna get this Thursday started off right. This is Small Town USA by Justin Moore. And I just noticed, Travis, are the writers in here?
The writer for the songs?
Yeah.
It should be.
Listed all of their names. I don't know why I'm just noticing that. I love that. Yeah, that's amazing. So
Yeah,
I've got the Chord Buddy.
yeah, they put the writers, on the ones that's not PD typically.
Awesome.
Yeah, Garden Party by Rick Nelson. Yeah.
Okay. All them people called it prison. I was growing up. These are my roots, and this is what I love. 'Cause everybody knows me, and I know them, and I believe that's the way we're supposed to live. I wouldn't trade one single day here in small town USA. Give me a Saturday night, my baby by my side. I'm trying to follow along with the songbook. Let's see. Give me a Saturday night, my baby by my side. Sweet home Alabama in a 6-pack of lime. And older and older road, and I'll be just fine. Give me a sunny morning that's full of grace. Simple life, and I'll be okay. Here in small town USA.
All right.
That is one.
Thank you
That's
guys
a great
for
way to
hanging
start
in there
this
with me.
Thursday.
Thank you. So as you can see, even with the Chord Buddy, I've got to practice, right?
You know, and the great thing is people can, even if you don't have a guitar, get the combo kit. You get the guitar, the Chord Buddy learning system with the songbook, the lesson book, picks, everything, tuner, everything ready to play, and you can play that song right out of the box.
Yep, like I just did.
Play. Yeah, and then
Chord Buddy.
A little fun fact in case you're on Jeopardy one day and they're asking you about Chord Buddy, but this song right here is 15. The reason that Chord Buddy exists.
Taylor Swift.
15. My daughter Brady, who actually works in shipping now, but is going back to school to be a nurse practitioner. So I'm proud of her for doing that. But she goes to nursing school, and then she comes back and handles all the shipping. So she's got a full day. But anyway, she's asked me, one of my students. Well, the short story is I had lost my real estate business in 2007 because of the mortgage bubble that bursted. And I went back to teaching guitar, literally to pay my bills, literally to keep us out of foreclosure. And one of my students didn't show up one day, and they had asked me to learn Taylor Swift's 15 to teach them. And when they didn't show up, I said, "Oh, okay, well, I guess I learned that for nothing." And Brady said, "No, teach it to me." And so I started teaching her Taylor Swift's 15. And she went, "Oh, it hurts my fingers. Oh, I can't do it, Daddy." And then I told her the story of the magical device that I had the idea for back when I was 18. And that's when she says, "Will you make me one?" And we made one out of popsicle sticks that same night. So, but I was just thumbing through the book. I probably need to look through it more often, but it just opened up to Taylor Swift's 15. And I went, as it did again right then. It must be something magical about that. It just opens to that page. So, but anyway, fun fact there.
Oh, I love it.
Awesome.
I love it. Yeah. It's I guess the whole story is just music is such an important part of our lives. Travis, as you say, in the good times and the bad times, when you're happy, when you're sad, music is there.
And I'm sure Lillian will amen to that as well. I mean, it's the one constant that will be with you throughout the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. Friends may come and go, but your music and the ability to make it and comfort yourself will always be there.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. And even as a kid, I remember being a kid and going to school and, like Travis said, friends come and go, but I always knew when I came home that I had my guitar and I had a piece of paper and a notepad and could write down my thoughts and feelings. And it truly changed my life, saved my life, and everything else in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the great things about Chord Buddy is a lot of stories we hear, Travis, about people who say Chord Buddy music literally saved their life.
Yeah.
People who have nerve damage in their hands. A lot of veterans coming back that wouldn't be able to play guitar without Chord Buddy. A lot of senior citizens being able to play when they had arthritis and wouldn't be able to play any other way. Yeah. So it's truly, truly a magical device. So, well, I just want to say thank you, Travis, as always. It's just great to hang out with you and be here on Thursday. And Jeff and Tony, thank you guys for being so faithful and coming and joining us here. But especially Lillian, thank you for joining us. I hope we'll be able to have you regularly here and talk about
next time
different songs.
I'll be more prepared and sing.
It's all. This got to throw you in the fire now, so be prepared for that.
And how do people hear more of your music and learn more about the this festival?
Yeah, for the festival, just go to mssongfest.com, and it'll be November 4th and 5th this year. It's going to be amazing. Highly recommend it, not just because I helped put it on, but because it really is spectacular. And Travis, I hope I can see you down there this time this year too.
My birthday, in fact, I spent my birthday there last year. My birthday is November 6th. And last year it was the 5th and 6th.
5th and 6th.
Yeah. So I spent my birthday at the Songwriters Festival. So.
Well, Travis, are you recording the podcast today?
Yep. In fact, Dave just got here, so I'm going to have to bug on out and head up and record a podcast.
All right. Well, again, it's just always fun. And just tell people, click on the Chord Buddy, add it to cart. And if you don't have a guitar, the Chord Buddy combo package is the perfect option. Father's Day is coming up. That's the perfect gift to give your dad. Playing music, real music. Give him the whole combo set. And I know that Lillian, you've been playing those too.
Yes, absolutely. And also, Scott, too, have you mentioned the coupon code for dads?
We are here on Amazon. We are live on Amazon.
We are live
people
on
click
Amazon.
and add to cart right there, and they can get the Chord Buddy right
Maybe
here.
if you join our email list, you can get the secret scoop on that. So
absolutely. So, but with that, hang out in the green room, if you will, for a moment, and I'll be right with you there, Lillian. Thank you so much for joining us today. So it's always fun. We've got so much going on with Chord Buddy, with music, and being able to have people join us on the show here, like Lillian. And again, thank you to Jeff and Tony for all the comments. We try to be here every Thursday at 9 Central Time. And Travis at chordbuddy.com. That's Travis's direct email right there into the plant in Dothan, Alabama. If you have songs that you would like to learn, that you would like to see demonstrated here on Amazon, then send us a message and we'd be happy to put those out. And with that, I just want to go back and show a little bit of video that's a part of the lesson plan. So when you buy Chord Buddy, there are lessons. And in this case, it shows you how you move from using the Chord Buddy to playing without using the Chord Buddy. So let's take a little look at this lesson, and then we'll sign out for this week.
Well, all right, guys, this is a point in the system of Chord Buddy where, as my daddy would say, the rubber hits the road. Up to this point, we've been focusing on right hand rhythm, timing, different strum patterns. We've learned 4 different strum patterns. We've been focusing on learning some songs, getting some finger dexterity going. Now it is the time to start removing these tabs and start making the chords on your own. This is an exciting time, and I'm glad that we're here. All right, so what we're going to do first is how do we remove the D tab? All right, the best way to do it, and I'm going to keep this at an angle for you to see it best. You may want to lay it down in your lap, but I'm going to keep it up. What you want to do, you want to press the blue one down so you get it out of the way, okay? Now, this is the way to take it off with it on the guitar. From the factory, these things are in there pretty tight, so you have to pull it pretty hard, okay? So, but you're not going to break it, so don't worry about that. So push the blue one down to get it out of the way. Lift up slightly on the red tab and give it a pull. And there you are. Now it's out. So let's go over how to make the D chord. So you want to refer back to your book, and there is a diagram there of how to make the D chord. There's a hump right here. Okay, this hump is here for a reason. That is so that you can get your index finger under the hump and it falls perfectly onto the G string. Okay, that gives you enough room to get to your others. See that right there? So, to make the D chord first, put your index finger on the hump and then just slide it off and it will fall directly on to the G string. Then place your middle finger on the 2nd fret, 1st string, your your ring finger on the 3rd fret, 2nd string, and then you strum from 4 down. That is your D chord.